It's 3 a.m. in South Korea. A taxi driver pulls over for a young girl with a big rolling suitcase. He pops the trunk. "Let me help." She smiles politely, shakes her head. "No need, I've got it." She hoists it in by herself, shuts the lid, slides into the back seat. He watches her in the rear view. A trip at this hour, and not to an airport or bus station, to a park. Still not his place to judge. At least it's a polite young woman at 3 a.m., not a drunk businessman. They stop by the park entrance. She directs him, pays at the trunk. Again, she refuses help. The case is heavy shoulders straining, body leaning forward as she drags it down. The strength of youth, he thinks. She waves and practically skips toward the grass, down the path by the river. He pulls over for a smoke. In his head, she'll probably need a ride back. Nobody hails a cab from inside a park. 15-20 minutes pass. There she is again. But now the suitcase is light. The one she had to drag before is suddenly gliding, as if weightless. She gets back in, acting like this isn't the same driver as before. He keeps glancing up. His gut whispers, something's wrong. Clothes don't just get tossed in a park. Where did she go at this hour with that case? She looks like a middle or high schooler, young, childlike energy. Yet the tension in the air is a taut wire. His unease becomes a phone call to the police. Officers sweep the tall grass. Soon, they find dismembered human remains. The trail leads to the young woman with the suitcase. The driver had unknowingly carried human remains twice, and the passenger, the baby-faced killer. The case explodes online in Korea. Why? First, the brazenness, then the CCTV. A short bob haircut, bouncing as she practically skips, while a suitcase holds human remains. And another detail, an unhealthy fascination with serial killers. An obsession with true crime media by her own statement. She wanted to know what it feels like to kill. She murdered, dismembered, uncarried parts to a riverside park just to feel it. About the victim, South Korean privacy laws protect her identity. We'll call her Hannah. Hannah, in her 20s, studied at a prestigious university and tutored English. Tutoring in Korea is serious. Parents are exacting. Platforms verify IDs, transcripts, enrollment. Hannah's profile was verified and popular. One mother, adamant about hiring her for a middle schooler, pressed despite the distance. Hannah initially declined when the mother offered to drop the student at Hannah's home. Hannah agreed. May 26, 2023, early evening. Hannah tidies up for the first session. A knock. By in the peephole, a bob-haired girl in a school uniform, chipmunk cheeks, pure middle school vibe. Hannah opens the door, but the student isn't in middle school. Her name is Yu-Jeong. She's 2-3. The uniform is second-hand. Beneath it, a hidden knife. Moments in plea. She confirms Hannah lives alone, then drives the blade into a precise spot on the neck. Again and again. Experts will later note the targeted area suggests prior research. Yu-Jeong spends the night in the apartment. She puts on Hannah's jacket from the closet, Cameras catch her at the entrance over and over, sometimes with cleaning supplies, sometimes with a large suitcase, sometimes returning from the store with bleach and trash bags. She's planned, yet underprepared, plugging gaps as she goes. Eventually, she packs certain parts into the suitcase and hails a taxi. The drop-off, a riverside park near Hapo Station, a place she often walks. Tall grass, water's edge, insect. An academic later suggests no coincidence, environmental factors here speed decomposition within days. Recognition can fail. What she didn't calculate was the same. Driver's suspicion. Suspicion becomes action. Police locate remains in the grass. Nearby, Hannah's ID and bloodied items turn up. Yu-Jeong is arrested soon after. Her first story. Those remains are my babies. I gave birth in secret. Medically debunked in moments, no evidence of pregnancy. And the remains are not an infant's. Cornered, she pivots. I didn't kill her. I was hired to dispose of the body. Payment. Her identity. Experts note a telling core. Jealousy. A desire to wear another life. But it's still a lie. Police search her phone. Queries like how to hide a corpse. Endless true crime content. Another eerie detail. No contacts. No calls. No texts. Digital isolation. Former classmates describe her as invisible. No greetings return. No engagement. She'd sit behind curtains, snacking alone. No reports of bullying. The withdrawal seemed chosen. After graduation, she claimed to be studying for the civil service exam, shutting herself in 4 years. With her grandfather's support, job interview once found her mute on the line then. After rejection, she phoned back cursing. Told her English was insufficient. She may have nurtured a grudge against English and those who embodied it. Hannah, young, accomplished, prestigious school, English tutor everything. Yu-Jeong was not. Under pressure and with her grandfather's tearful plea to tell the truth. Yu-Jeong confesses, I wanted to know how murder feels. I'd planned since February, June 2nd, morning. As she's escorted to prosecutors, she says 2 lines. I wasn't in my right mind. I'm sorry to the family. Then a mechanical thank you. Analysts read it as a copied media affectation from past offenders. Reports from jail.com. Eating, sleeping, seemingly untroubled, fueling public anger. June 6th. A psychopathy assessment circulates. First at 15 out of 40. Then 28 out of 40 on a second pass. Many cite 25 as a threshold, debated or not. The takeaway is clear, far from normal, with a trajectory that could repeat. One criminologist calls her a pathological liar, warning that even the true crime obsession motive may be fabricated. Perhaps jealousy, perhaps identity theft, perhaps just an empty shell called curiosity. Another expert cautions, we may cling to her claims, because the alternative targeted at random, no one safe is more terrifying. As for the taxi driver, he refused a commendation and reportedly quit, avoiding the media. Twice he shared a car with death in his trunk. without knowing. In a country where early release is a public worry, he fears a future knock on his door. Tutor platforms come under fire. Teachers are strictly verified. But what about parents and students? Similar traps have targeted private tutors before. The system's holes are real. And us at Silent Witness Chronicles, our aim is never to spotlight the perpetrator. We may not know Hannah's name, but we refuse to forget she was a person, a daughter, a friend, a teacher. Here, thin line between childlike innocence and cold emptiness was caught only by a driver's intuition. 3 a.m. A riverside park, a suitcase that grew lighter, and a suspicion that turned into a phone call before another life went dark. This is Silent Witness Chronicles. A detail you notice, a whisper you catch, a feeling you can't shake sometime. It's someone's only chance. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next file.